Welcome to Three Questions with. I got my friend Darcyle Robinson from VantEdge with us today. Hey, Darcyle, welcome to the show.
Hey, Kevin, how you doing?
Living the dream, brother. Let's start at the beginning. Tell us a little bit about your business. What are you doing?
So I am a bookkeeping and accounting firm. So what we like to focus on is helping small business owners really understand what their numbers are telling them. The numbers tell a story, and I'm here to get you that story as fast as possible and then let you know what it is.
Really love what you're doing, because we were joking a little bit before the show. The mistake I think a lot of business owners make is we look at sales, Darcyle. Sales are great. But then when you look at profitability, you're like, but why aren't they making money? Or even you are, but if you compare yourself to your peers, you're like, yeah, but my profit margin is so much smaller than everyone else because I'm pricing too low because I want to win the business. See that all the time?
Yes, that's one of the bigger things. But another thing that people tend to not pay attention to is when they start adding additional costs to getting new jobs. So paying for advertising, they don't calculate that into their ad spend. They just say, hey, I got a new job off of my $500 of ad spend. So they say, okay, great. That marketing is worth it. But that just took away $500 from your margin, and they're not calculating that in. So that's a lot of times when they see dwindle in profits.
That's a great point. I honestly never even thought of that. Like you said, as you're increasing your marketing, obviously it's coming off the bottom line if you're not adjusting pricing accordingly. It's a great point. Honestly, never even thought of that and stuff. So now, are there certain types of businesses you're targeting to work with? Can you help everybody?
Yeah, so the majority of businesses I can help. I'm steering away from nonprofits right now. That's, typically it's either you work with for-profits or nonprofits. People that try to combine the two, it just normally doesn't work well.
Yeah.
But I'm working mostly with smaller businesses. So the startups, the people that have been around 4, 5, 6 years. Older businesses as well, especially if they're looking to grow. That's really the biggest determination of if I'm going to be of value to you.
But I think that makes a great point because, again, we were joking a little before the show. I find a lot of my friends, we put off accounting, just don't want to deal with it, and you're doing it, you're looking back 3 months later, going, oh, geez, I got all these bank statements. I should probably balance this to see, what's going on and stuff. And by then, especially in an environment like this where costs are rising rapidly, you may be losing money and not even know the difference. But like you said, we use the word we want to grow, but we have to grow smart. If you're just like, hey, I'm going to take on this client, but I'm going to charge him less money, or, I'm going to have to put in more effort. So all of a sudden, you had that goal of making X dollars an hour, and now it's half of X, and you're wondering what hit you.
Yeah.
So it's not just growth for growth, right? You got to be smart.
Yeah, a lot of business owners, especially newer entrepreneurs, they're just trying to keep the lights on. They're not really worried about valuing themselves. So they're willing to take on that client while devaluing themselves, which is going to in turn lead to you doing it with every client. And then now you're in a business that you don't love anymore.
Amen to that. It's really simple. What's the best way to reach out to you? How can people learn more?
To learn more, you can reach me on LinkedIn. My name is Darcyle Robinson, DarcyleRobinson. I post every day, multiple times a day across all my social media. But my website is www.VantEdgeAccounting.com. That's edge as if the edge of something.
Awesome. I really appreciate you taking a couple of minutes to jump on the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
All right. It was great speaking with you, Kevin.